Okay, we're beginning where we left off from. We're in Exodus 30. Then make another altar of acacia wood for burning incense. Make it 18 inches square, 36 inches high, with horns at the corner carved from the same piece of wood as the altar itself. Overlay the top sides of the horns from the altar of pure gold and run gold mold around the entire altar. Make two gold rings. Make two gold rings and attach them in the opposite side of the altar below the gold mold and hold to hold the carrying poles. Make the poles of acacia wood and overlay them with gold. Place the incense altars just outside the inner curtain and the shield in the ark of the covenant, in front of the ark's cover, and place the atonement in the front of the ark cover, the place of the atonement that covers the tablets, inscribed with the terms of the covenant. I will meet you there. Every morning, when Aaron maintains the lamps, he must burn fragrant incense on the altar. And each evening, when he lights up the lamps, he must again burn incense in the Lord's presence. This must be done from generation to generation. Do not offer any unholy incense on the altar, or any burnt offerings, grain offerings, or liquid offerings. Once a year, Aaron must purify the altar by smearing its horns with blood from the offering made to purify the people from their sins. This will be a regular annual event from generation to generation, for this is the Lord's most holy altar. Then the Lord said to Aaron, "Whenever you take the census of the people of Israel, each man who is counted must pay a ransom for himself. Pay a ransom for himself to the Lord, so no plague will strike the people as you count them. Each person who is counted must give a small piece of silver as a sacrifice offering to the Lord. This payment is half of a shekel, based on these sanctuary shekels, which is equal to 20 gerahs. All who have received their all who have reached their 20th birthday must give this sacrifice offering to the Lord. When this offering is given to the Lord, the Lord, to purify your lives for making you right with Him, and the rich must not give more than the specific amount, and the poor must not give less. Receive this ransom money for the Israelites, and use it for the care of the tabernacle, and bring it to the Israelite at the Lord's attention, and it will purify their lives." Then the Lord said to Moses, "Make a bronze wash basin with a bronze stand. Place it between the tabernacle and the altar, and fill it with water. Aaron and his sons must wash their hands and their feet there. They must wash with water whenever they go into the tabernacle to appear before the Lord, and when they approach the altar to burn for the special gifts to the Lord, or they will die. They must always wash their hands and their feet, or they will die. This is a permanent law for Aaron and his descendants to be observed from generation to generation." Then the Lord said to Moses, "Collect spices, 12.5 pounds of pure myrrh, 6 1/4 pounds of fragrant cinnamon, 6 1/4 pounds of fragrant calamus, and 12.5 pounds of cassia." It says, "as measured by the weight of the sanctuary shekels. Also give 1 gallon of olive oil, like a skilled incense maker. Blend these ingredients and make them a holy anointment. Use the sacred oil and anoint the tabernacle of the covenant. And the tables of all the utensils and the lampstands and all these accessories are used in the incense altar. This altar of burnt offerings and all its utensils and all the wash basins with its stands. Consecrate them to make them absolutely holy. After this, whatever touches them will become holy. Anoint Aaron and his sons also, consecrating them to serve as priests. And say this to the people of Israel: this is the holy anointing oil that you have received from generation to generation. It must never be used to anoint anyone else, and you must never use it to blend it, and you must never make it any blend like it for yourself. It is holy, and this you must treat it as holy. Anyone who makes a blend like it or anoints someone else other than the priest will be cut off from the community. Then Then the Lord said to Moses, gather the fragrance spices, the raisin, the droplets, and the molic shells, and the gablons, and mix these fragrant spices with the pure frankincense, weighed out by the equal amounts. Using the equal textures of the incense makers, blend the spices together and sprinkle them with the salt to produce a pure and holy incense. Grind some of the mixture into a very fine powder, and then in front of the altar of the covenant, where I will meet with you at the tabernacle. You must treat this incense as most holy. Never use it as a formula to make the incense for yourself. It is reserved for the Lord, and you must treat it as holy. Anyone who makes an incense is like this for the personal use will be cut off from the community. And we are going to stop there. That is Exodus 30, 38. Right, thanks.